Hi guys, it's Miss Thomas. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to write a limerick poem. Last video I showed you how to write a haiku, so I'm kind of trying to stay on the track of the poem theme, I guess, and teach you more poems. So yeah, we're going to write a limerick and let's get to it. So the qualities of a limerick poem. They are usually 5 lines long. They can be longer, but they are usually just 5 lines long. They all follow an AABBA rhyme scheme. And all this means is that the first line rhymes with the second and the fifth line, and the third line rhymes with the fourth line. These poems are typically funny or silly, and the last line is usually the funniest. That basically means the poem is kind of like a joke or a riddle, kind of. You're building suspense, I guess, for the last line. So you make up a story, and then the last line is going to be like a wow factor or a surprise factor, just something funny at the end. The format of a limerick poem, like I said earlier, AABBA. Line 1, 2, and 5 usually have 8 to 9 syllables. If you remember from the haiku video, I showed you how to see how many syllables are in your sentences. So you're going to put your hand under your chin, however many times your chin drops, that's how many syllables are in the word. So, and the third and fourth line have 5 to 6 syllables. I know reading examples of limerick poems helped me, so here's 2 examples of limerick poems. Example number 1. There was an old man from Peru who dreamt he was eating his shoe. He awoke in a fright in the middle of the night and found it was perfectly true. That limerick poem, I want to say, was actually on SpongeBob, but I may be wrong, but I believe so. Example number 2. I had a phone meeting with Ted, whom it turns out was ill in his bed. He thought it was muted and went on and pooted to find out he'd push speaker instead. So that was one of the funny ones I found on the internet. Basically saying he had a meeting with Ted. Ted thought the phone was muted, but it wasn't, and everyone heard him pass gas. Kind of funny, kind of different, but yeah. So step 1. The first line of a limerick is normally the easiest, as it either ends with a person's first name or the name of a city or a town. So you want to pick something simple that has many words that rhyme with it. So for my example, I chose there once was a young boy named Nate. Nate is a common name, has many words to rhyme with it, so it was just the easiest to pick. So that's going to be my example. And as I go through the video, I'm going to be creating a poem with you, just so you can get the hang of it. Step 2. The second step of writing a limerick poem is finding words that rhyme with the last word in your first sentence. Like I said, mine was Nate, so I found state, late, date, mate, great, rate, and wait. So it has a lot of words that rhymes with it. So I chose late and state. And I'm going to use those as my last words in lines 2 and 5. Because remember, they have to rhyme with line 1. My example for my second line. There once was a young boy named Nate. He often came to school late. Okay. Step 3. Now we're going to write our third and fourth lines. These 2 lines must rhyme with each other and also go along with the plot of the poem. So while you're writing your sentences, don't forget to make your poem make sense as you go. Don't just find words that rhyme and try to stick them anywhere. Make sure your poem makes a little bit of sense. So I added my third and fourth line, and I used the words mad and dad. So there once was a young boy named Nate. He often came to school late. His teachers were mad. His mom told his dad And now I picked a humorous line to add at the end of your poem. That's step 4. Make sure it rhymes with the last words in lines 1 and 2, which is Nate and late. And I added, and Dad shipped him to another state. So the whole poem together. There once was a boy named Nate. He often came to school late. His teachers were mad. His mom told his dad, and Dad shipped him to another state. So, kind of funny, kind of, just a surprising moment. He was so late to school that his dad shipped him to another state. He was just sick of it. So, that's really as simple as it gets. Like I said at the end of my haiku video, I would love for you to create your own limerick poems and send them to me. You can send them to me on Remind. If you haven't joined my Remind, it's OThomas20. You're gonna text that to 81010, or you can email me at octavia.thomas@websterpsb.org. And remember to check the portal, you guys. The portal's gonna be open, I think, until July. I may be wrong, June or July. But just check in weekly. Do some of the updated work. It's not gonna hurt you to get smarter, I promise. Like I've said before, I miss you all. Please stay safe. Have a great summer. And like I said, stay safe. All right.